What's going on, guys? This is Chris from the Boys Podcast, and today I'm going to be telling a tale from the crypt about a movie that scared the shit out of me as a child when I was 9 years old. And I've never been a big horror film fan. I tend to like, binge watching Goosebumps.
You will beware. You're in for a scare.
And things like that, but not really into horror films. So this movie really scared me as a child. So let's jump into the episode. And before I jump into the episode, I just want to say something. I've noticed it last year and the year before, now that I have children. If we took part and participated in the Halloween festivities as children, we have a debt to repay that as adults. So I know things are hard out there, but please try to get a bag of lollipops, a box of chocolates, or something like that so we can hand out and give this generation of kids what we grew up with, a wonderful Halloween. So let's jump into the episode. Now, Halloween movies are my thing, but I kind of like the non-scary Halloween movies. Those are my things. Usually around Halloween time around now, my wife and I will binge watch Halloween Town. We'll watch, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Halloween, stuff like that. Those are down my alley of what I like. I'm not really a scary movie kind of guy. I can watch them and tolerate them. My wife is into those type of movies, so I have to watch them. She's really into the paranormal, ghost type stuff. So yes, I do watch scary movies, but when I was 9 years old, this particular movie scared the shit out of me. And back then, back in the day, like we all know, there was video stores that we used to go rent movies and have sleepovers. And we had this small video rental store in our little town, and it was called Videoflix. Wow. Man, so much memories going to Videoflix. I think now it's a laundromat or something. So when all the, the streaming and stuff, Videoflix started to fade out. But what a great place. I loved in those old movie theaters when they had in the back room, they had the beads, and you walk through and it's all the porno VHSs and stuff back in the day there. But jumping back into the show, I was not a big scary movie guy as a kid. And 9 years old, this was a huge movie, and it was getting a lot of attraction. And we decided to have a sleepover at Buddy's house and watch it. And I've done this before. Watching the Blair Witch Project, I wasn't very scared of that one because that one, was kind of like an independent film. It had kind of a creepy thing to it, but you really didn't see too much creepiness. But this movie, I didn't want to watch at all. And I'm talking about The Ring, 2002, The Ring. I was 9 years old. I did not want to watch this. And as I talked about earlier in a lot of earlier episodes, I grew up on the street with a lot of older kids that showed me a lot and taught me a lot of shit I shouldn't have known, at my young age. But they wanted to have a sleepover and watch this fucking film. So one of our parents went to the local video store and picked it up and brought home The Ring. And that was our Friday night movie night we were going to do. Now, getting into this, usually if you've seen my videos, I usually go and, I record some video and I put it onto the show here so to show some video of what I'm talking about. Well, no, I am not watching this fucking movie. I'm not going to get film, even though I'm not scared of it anymore. I'm not bringing back that memory as a 9-year-old boy scared of this movie. So I think we know the premise of The Ring. I'm not going to go into the whole spiel. But this movie scared the fuck out of me. And I remember just watching it. We're all in my buddy's living room. We all had our sleeping bags. There was about probably 6 of us. And we were watching it. And this girl was curious about this tape she had heard. And then she gets the tape and then she watches it. And it was some fucked up tape. And at this point, I would have put, the tape on my video, but I'm not fucking watching the movie. And I remember just watching her watch the tape, and I shit you not, I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but please put it below in the comments if this happened to you. After she watched the film, the phone rang on the TV. And at the same moment, the phone rang on the TV. My friend's phone rang. And we fucking all screamed and started, the older kids started laughing and stuff. I was scared shitless. I was fake laughing, but fuck, I was scared shitless. And, the mom answered the phone and took the cordless phone from the living room into the kitchen. And that's where she stayed the whole night talking on the phone. And everyone was watching the movie and I was underneath my covers acting like I wasn't fucking scared. But I was scared shitless. So we finished the movie. That whole night, I'm afraid. I'm not sleeping. And I finally fall asleep, and the next morning everyone's like, oh yeah, whatever, we're talking about the movie. Yeah, it wasn't scary at all. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it wasn't scary at all. And that's when I thought it ended. I'm like, okay, I watched the movie. I'm not going to think about this movie anymore. Now, I'm a 9-year-old kid. I just watched this movie that was highly anticipated at the time of being a very scary movie. And I was like, okay, I just watched it. I finished it. Now I can get on with my day, with my life. It's over, done with. I'm not watching it again. The following night, I'm not watching this movie, but I can't sleep. And this is why I won't watch this movie anymore, because this is funny. I shit you not, for about a month, I could not sleep in my own bed. I would go in my room, attempt to sleep. I would grab my blanket and my pillow. I would go into my parents' bedroom and I would spread my sheet on the floor and I would sleep on my parents' floor for a month because this movie scared the fucking shit out of me. I couldn't get it out of my head. This fucking girl coming out of the TV in 7 days. All this shit I couldn't take. Now, I could take Scary Movie when they were making fun of it, yes. But the real thing, I don't know what it was. It creeped the shit out of me. It really scared me. I was sleeping on my parents' floor for about a month. And then, I finally kind of got over it, I think. And that was done. I started sleeping back in my room. But I just wanted to come and tell this story a little bit. It's Halloween time. So I was like, oh, what was a creepy little Halloween story that happened to me back in the day? But I've always been like that as a kid. Even when I used to sleep over at my friend's house late at night, 11, 12, his dad would always put on America's Most Wanted, and it would be criminals and all this stuff. And I'd be awake all night at his house because I'd be like, oh my God, I just watched about all these criminals and they're on the loose and fucking, what if they come here? And it was just craziness running through my head. But when you get older, watching Forensic Files, my mother and I used to watch Forensic Files at nighttime. And then I would proceed to go take our dog out for a walk at the dark school and let him run around in the dark field. And I would be walking around the school with him in the dark, like not afraid. But it's crazy that I was like, I just watched some people get brutally murdered and then walk in this dark field by myself. It's really strange how our minds work sometimes, but I just wanted to come here and tell this funny story about The Ring. Scared the shit out of me so bad I ended up sleeping on my parents' floor for a month and I couldn't take it. And I want to give you guys a chance. Is there a movie that scared you guys so bad that you were fucking sleeping on your parents' floor for a month? I know my brother had a friend who was worse than me, and he couldn't even watch Freddy vs. Jason. We put that on and we were all watching it and blood was squirting everywhere and we were loving it. And he ran home crying. He was so scared. We couldn't believe it. But any of those movies aren't scary, but The Ring fucked me up. That's why I'm not even touching it. I don't even want to know what the plot is. I don't want to know nothing. Usually I do some kind of research and shit. Not with this movie, man. I don't want to know anything about it. But guys, I want to wish you guys a happy Halloween. Make sure you guys are safe. Make sure you guys have fun. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you took in the tradition as a child, please make sure you give back to the children of now who want to experience Halloween like we experienced it. And please, guys, comment below a scary movie, a Halloween movie, or a fun Halloween memory that scared the shit out of you. I'd love to read about it. And I will see you next week for another episode.